we're back. Another week, another whiskey.
At least it's after 11.
At least it's after 11. I know, I finally ate this time before we started.
Perfect.
Speaking of which, before we get started, I have to ask you a question.
What is it?
So, last week we had a pretty epic barbecue. And apparently, I committed a very large party foul.
Which is what? You put barbecue sauce on it?
No.
What'd you do?
I took the old-fashioned stuff home.
Oh, yes, you did. Everyone really wanted an old-fashioned, and I was looking around, and I was like, where the hell did Brandon put all this stuff?
Well, I had been offering it all night. I was like, hey, I want to make old-fashions, And everyone was like, no, we're good with beer. And I was like, well, I'm going to take it home and make myself. And then you called me at like 9:45.
We were pitching beer, but at some point, I feel like old-fashioned is kind of a night when the sun goes down type of thing.
Yeah.
And after the sun went down, everyone was like, and Bud really is I think he drinks an old-fashioned every night, is what he said. And so he was
after my own heart.
He was ready to make one, and I was like, yeah, we have all the stuff, and then we obviously didn't. Lesson learned. I mean, I should have this stuff, but I don't.
You really should.
So that's on me, really, not on you.
I'll bring it back over next time, and I'll just leave it there.
Fair enough.
All right, so today we are getting into my favorite you can find anywhere bourbon, Makers Mark.
Okay, I thought you were going to say your favorite period, and I was like, okay.
Definitely not favorite period, but Makers is, to me, kind of like a close second to like Weller, which is like my favorite bourbon.
Second?
Mm-hmm, as far as like taste notes, that kind of thing, people might get a little crotchety about that.
People are going to have a hard time with that, by the way.
But
they're not going to like that.
But I'm a big fan. I'm
not a big fan, so I can be
easily persuaded.
I can be bought, and two, I can be swayed.
All right, well, let's just start with the straight up regular whiskey, 90 proof. Gotta love that sound.
Seemed like a lot.
I know, maybe that cup was deceiving. The glass was deceiving.
You say that every time.
See, I love that smell. That's that caramely, weedy. That's good stuff.
I don't know. I feel like we just drank this in college, so I'm just like, I don't really.
Wow. I haven't had this in a while. Maybe my palate has evolved. Because you're right.
Told you.
It's interesting. That is totally not a bourbon taste.
I got a podcast after this. I'm screwed.
That is wild. It's like really like, it's like eating flowers.
I think there's a lot of sugar or something in it.
It's very floral. And I'm not really, I'm not good at that kind of thing. I'm not good at like, oh, here are like the crazy tasting notes, but that tastes like I'm eating straight up flowers.
I mean, not a huge burn afterwards. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, it'd probably be good in like an old fashioned or something like that.
I think it'd be good in an old fashioned. Do you know the joke? That's funny.
Because an old fashioned just kind of covers it all up.
Right?
It's just like
it does.
Hey,
it does.
Just put your shittiest bourbon in there. It'll work.
All right, we're moving straight on because that was. I need to get something different in my mouth. All right, this I thought was cool. I've never had this before, but this has got.
I literally don't buy Makers Mark. So.
Yeah, this has got 10 French oak staves in it. So like French oak barrel staves, could be kind of fun.
What's the price points here?
Okay, so this is 20.
Okay, shocker.
30.
Okay.
50, which I like ending on a high proof.
High note. Okay.
So Makers 46. 46 is representative of the profile number. So
wait, what's that mean?
Like when they make these recipes,
okay,
they're all basically like a profile, like what am I trying to say? It's a recipe. So this is recipe number 46.
Okay.
Which does well.
This is where they landed at.
Mm-hmm. Now, again, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference between a white charred oak barrel and a French oak barrel, but I guess we're about to find out.
And placed in a limestone cellar for extra aging process.
Okay.
Caramel and vanilla. Not a vanilla fan, really. So, I mean, this is probably why we don't get along.
It tastes like Makers. I mean, it smells like Makers. So let's see if that French oak really gives it something different. I think it's worse.
So it's safe to say Makers is never going to sponsor anything that we do. A lot of vanilla.
A lot of vanilla.
A lot of vanilla.
Yeah.
A ton of vanilla.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure how they got all that vanilla in there.
They're both just kind of funky.
Ton of vanilla. It's smooth. It is smooth, but like it's vanilla.
So
you know what I feel like this would be good in? Is there bourbon in eggnog?
Yeah.
You can. Mm-hmm. This is your eggnog. This is your eggnog bourbon.
You know what? That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Do you like eggnog?
Huh?
Do you like eggnog?
I mean,
if it's got bourbon in it.
If it had bourbon in it, yeah.
I mean, I'm not an eggnog person either, but if I had a bunch of bourbon in it, make it like a White Russian.
Yeah, like eggnog with this stuff in it. I mean, it's gonna work. 94 proof.
Okay, we're gonna do a recipe. We're gonna name it something like the Outsider Eggnog.
Yeah, we got some time. Like our Christmas edition.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna do best bourbons for eggnog. I mean, this is in the mix.
There you go.
Guaranteed.
I love it. You know what I used to drink before I started getting into bourbon was, I'm ashamed to say it, peppermint Kahlua.
You shouldn't say it. I would just keep that.
It was bad.
I would keep them myself.
I know.
Wait, what the hell would you drink it with?
Vodka. And I'd make a White Russian with it. You know, I do
a peppermint White Russian.
Cream, peppermint Kahlua,
How
and
are you
vodka.
still alive?
I know. How did I not? Yeah, die of shame is what you mean. Okay.
Disgusting.
Last but not least, 55.4%, 110 proof, the cask strength. So this is basically like their uncut, straight out of the barrel.
Okay.
But it's all going to be that same mash bill, that same profile
Sure.
that we have fallen in love with.
Yep.
You know, I usually don't expense the bourbon.
You usually pour a lot more than this. This is how I know you don't like it.
Hey, I haven't tried. I haven't tried. I've never had either of those bottles before. First time for both.
I haven't either. 110.8 cask strength. Boldest expression of Maker's Mark to date. Bottle to barrel proof. Full flavored yet still smooth. Soft red winter wheat. You get the gist. I mean, I do like the bottle. I like the labels.
The wax. It's a classic look.
The wax.
I think that in the end,
all the things.
you just have to really like this profile. You have to like this taste. Did you try this one yet?
No, I didn't know. I don't really want to. But I will.
Good luck. It's basically what we just had on steroids.
Okay.
Like all the flavors punched.
I'll tell you what. If I'm going to drink that one, if I'm going to drink any of them, I'm just going to drink that one.
Right.
Because it's 110 proof.
At least it's got that like.
It's got a kick to it.
Yeah. I like the spice of it, but.
Yeah.
But
it's still a lot of sweetness.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Almost syrupy.
Yes, almost. Yes, very much so, almost syrupy. That's a good term for it. Almost syrupy.
Well, you heard it here, folks. I feel like if I had a full closet full of whiskey, these are going to be the last ones I drink.
I mean, I feel like Maker's Mark people are about to hate us, but...
You know what? it's just our opinion. There are a million of Makers lovers out there. I mean, I know my brother-in-law is obsessed with it, but he also works at a liquor store and he can get whatever he wants all the time. So he gets a bunch of Makers Mark for free, or very heavily discounted.
Free alcohol always tastes better.
Heavily discounted. But yeah, he's a huge Makers fan. So, you know, to each their own. Hey, listen, we agree.
There you have it.
Cheers to that. All right. See you next week.